A live look inside the U.S. Supreme Court, where retired Justice Sandra Day O'Connor is lying in repose. Crowds paying their respects today. Tomorrow, a private funeral service will take place for the groundbreaking former justice. Tonight, ABC15 on the ground in D.C. as the nation honors Justice Sandra Day O'Connor. Our next lady live from Washington with more on her legacy and someone who really knew her the best, Nick.
Yeah, Faye, absolutely. So many people coming today to say their final goodbyes to Justice Sandra Day O'Connor here at the U.S. Supreme Court, including a young female attorney who said she was inspired by her. Also, dignitaries like Vice President Kamala Harris and her husband were here. Her legacy is definitely one for the history books. In many cases, she was that swing vote, that all-important middle ground that we don't really see a whole lot these days in Washington. Somebody who knew that legacy more than anybody was one of Justice Sandra Day O'Connor's sons, Brian. He talked to me a little bit last week about what she thought about being that critical swing vote and also what that was like when she finally got sworn in.
It was clear that she had a position as a woman that was not typical.
Trailblazing is more like it, and it was something Brian O'Connor saw his mom do many times throughout her historic career. Even before becoming our country's first female Supreme Court justice, her first voyage into the history books came in 1973 when she became the majority leader of the Arizona Senate. It was the first time a woman had ever held that role in any state.
We would all be waiting for the Senate to adjourn in Arizona, which once or twice went till late in the night, midnight, and we're out there in the station wagon with the skis on top, loaded, ready to drive to Utah or Colorado for our Christmas ski break.
Less than a decade later, O'Connor, then a judge in Arizona, would be thrust into the national spotlight when President Ronald Reagan nominated her to the U.S. Supreme Court.
You just would never dream of that happening, right?
A dream that became reality. The boundary-breaking moment, historic in every way, especially for the little girl who grew up during the Depression on a dusty Texas ranch.
Both her parents, my grandparents, we called them M.O. and D.A., Ada Mae and Harry Day, were able to come out from the ranch and see all this and be on the steps of the court with her. And so when you look at the environment they grew up on, I mean, they started with no running water. It just, you can see it's getting me a little worked up. That was incredible, I'm sure for her as it was for all of us, that her parents were able to be there and see that.
Throughout her quarter century on the High Court, Justice O'Connor would rule in several landmark cases dealing with issues like affirmative action, abortion, and discrimination. But it was one case in particular Justice O'Connor would later suggest in an interview maybe the court shouldn't have taken up at all. Bush v. Gore, which ultimately stopped the 2000 recount in Florida. Brian tells me he flew to D.C. and sat in on the proceedings.
And the next morning, she's up making toast and coffee. It's probably 6 in the morning, and she just said to me, well, we made our decision, and half this country's going to hate me.
In fact, for a long time, it was known as the O'Connor Court because of the power she would wield while finding middle ground.
How did she feel about being that swing vote?
I don't know that she liked it, quite honestly. I don't think she was ever one looking, she wasn't one looking for attention. It just happened. If that's the position she was put in, I think she did a good job handling it.
Of all the things that your mom has done, what do you think her legacy is?
Oh, she would say, here lies a good judge. And I just think she'd just like to be known that she was a good judge. Not the greatest justice, but not a controversial one. And that she, job well done. Thank you, Justice O'Connor. And she would be very good with that.
It's certainly a simple message, but definitely a powerful one at the same time. Now, Brian told me that Justice O'Connor would never give any insight on how she was going to decide on some of these landmark cases. So he, his brothers, his father never would know. They would find out what the decision was, just like the rest of the world. And Katie, I know that you interviewed Scott O'Connor before, the oldest of the sons, so you know this was a very tightly knit family, and they were just so proud of their mom.
Yeah, not mentioned in so many of these accolades is these three incredible sons that she raised as well, and something to be sure she was very proud of too. Nick, reporting live in Washington, thank you.